I think one tablet that is often overlooked or just doesn't seem to get as much attention is the Pixel tablet by Google. If you're wondering whether this is a good alternative to Samsung or Apple in 2025, well, let's talk about it. I like how you can get this tablet by itself for only $299 as of this video, where it used to be the only option was with the speaker charging dock. But if you can get it, the speaker dock definitely takes things up a notch for audio, also works as a magnetic stand, and of course really easy to charge that way as well. The base storage is 128 gigabytes, but you also have 256 as well. I feel like that's still pretty good even in 2025. The display on here is a 10.95 inch IPS LCD display with 1600 by 2560 resolution. I think it's still good for watching videos, playing games on here, whether you have the dock or not. To me, screen quality on here is better than what you would think considering the specs. I know some people may not like it that it's only 60 Hz refresh rate, but I think it still looks really good in person, especially when you compare this to other tablets in this category. Probably comparable to the S9 FE and the iPad 10 as far as screen quality. I also like how it's got some curve on the edges, almost like the older iPads. As far as battery life goes, this one lasted about 7.5 hours in my typical battery drain test at 100% screen brightness, so a little above average when compared to other tablets I've tested. So pretty good battery life on this. So you can get a couple days of mixed usage, even longer if you turn the screen brightness down. As far as software goes, you get 3 years software updates, 5 years security updates on this tablet, which is still pretty good compared to the competition. It still has plenty of life left on it in 2025. I still wish this tablet had video out though, in case you want to use an HDMI adapter to connect this to a projector, TV, or external monitor. It still has a lot of features that you get on the Pixel phones. I also like it that you can screencast right to this, almost like it's a TV. It also supports a USI 2.0 stylus. It won't compete against an S Pen from Samsung, but still at least you have that option. You've also got a fingerprint scanner on the power button, which is better than no fingerprint scanner. I still feel like it's in an awkward location though. I'd much rather it be on the left-hand side. You've got the taskbar down at the bottom. I think if you like software on Pixel phones, I think you'll feel right at home with the software on this tablet, but obviously it's going to be personal preference. As far as performance goes, you get 8 gigabytes of RAM. It has the Tensor G2 processor, so a little bit older, but I still think it's fast enough for most things. Also, if you compare the Geekbench scores on this to Samsung's S6 Lite and S9 FE series, it's actually better on the Pixel tablet, but it's not quite as high as something like the Galaxy Tab S9. I think it's a good option to do some gaming on as well, especially if you use the speaker dock to play some racing games or just games that you don't need headphones. To me, I feel like the performance on this tablet is better than what most people would expect. The built-in speakers for the Pixel tablet are probably decent enough for most things, but it's pretty tough to beat how good the sound is once you connect it to the speaker dock. Here's a few quick samples just to give you an idea of how it sounds. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away, as you fade away, as you fade away. Unfortunately, the cameras on here are definitely not as good as you would get on Pixel phones, but they're still decent, at least for a tablet. You've got an 8 megapixel wide angle on the front, 8 megapixel on the back, and you can shoot up to 1080p resolution for video. So you could use this for Zoom meetings or other video conference calls if you need to. I think it's actually gotten better over time after updates, but obviously it might depend on what type of tablet you're looking for, because if you need to draw, take notes, and that kind of thing, I still think it's tough to beat the S Pen from Samsung. But for everything else, this is probably one of the more underrated tablets in my opinion. If you noticed here recently, the Tab S9 FE was on sale for about the same price as this, which I could see some people getting that over this, especially considering it comes with the S Pen. If you like tablets, phones, headphones and other tech. I've got a lot more stuff that I'm working on, so keep an eye out for those upcoming videos. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.